All right, bang bang. What's going, guys? An exciting new edition, main event, Talkin Hands. As always, I'm Roast Press Secretary, joined by my co-host, Mr. Danny Betts. We're to break down this weekend's main event action as we have the return of Gervonta Tank Davis. He's taking on Lamont Roach. As always, guys, before we get into the fights for this week, we'll have to recap fights that occurred last week. And last week we had arguably the card of the year. Ton of fantastic finishes, great fights overall. We're going to start her off with the main event action as he got his revenge, I guess you want to say. Dmitry Bivol wins a decision over Beterbiev. Another very good fight. I think Beterbiev wants the trilogy, or it looked like they had words exchanged afterwards. I'm not sure if the trilogy fight's going to be made or not. Seems like that should be the fight to make, but who knows? Danny, what are your thoughts on this fight and the decision? I guess, do you agree, disagree? It was a good, close fight.
I think they're definitely gonna do a trilogy. Turkey the Sheik said, yeah. I think Bivol tried to shake his hand. He said, and
Yeah.
Beterbiev was like, I already shook your hand in the beginning. I'm not gonna do it again because I want to fight again. Like, so that I think it should be a trilogy. I mean, it was 1-1. So, I think Bivol won the fight. It was nuts because like he started off pretty decent. Then that round 3 hit and Beterbiev took over and hurt him a couple of times, buzzed him a little bit. Nothing crazy, but like, he felt those punches. And then I don't know what round it was, but did you notice Bivol kind of hurt his hand? And it was in between that. It was like round 3 to like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And that's when Beterbiev took over, bro. Like he jumped to like a minus 800, 900 live. And then Bivol just found that dog in him, made that adjustment. He made the perfect adjustment. Like every time Beterbiev would get aggressive, he would just throw these combinations midway and just stop the momentum completely. And Beterbiev was like, "Oh shit!" Like, and that was the perfect game plan. Once that started having success, Bivol started outboxing him from the outside. And anytime that Beterbiev got too aggressive, it was just like pop, 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 and then move out. And you could see in Beterbiev's face, it was funny because like Beterbiev started faster this fight, and then Bivol finished it way better than the first fight. So it was kind of complete opposites. But Bivol definitely made the right adjustments, and he won the fight in my opinion. Close fight, but I thought he won. And I was on the Beterbiev side.
Yeah.
I'm 0-2 in these two fights.
Yeah, I know. I was not really watching the fight. I was mad because it's a close fight, so it's you can make the argument for both ways. But that fight definitely went more of how I thought the first fight
exactly, bro.
Would have happened. Yeah,
how we broke that fight down for Bivol the first time. I'm like, this is what I wanted him to do
because he was throwing more. He wasn't just like staying there and taking.
Yes,
it. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And you saw what happened. Anytime he was throwing those combinations, it would stop the momentum. And but it was looking like Beterbiev was about to stop him. Like those 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds.
Yeah.
He had all the momentum, almost a minus 1,000 live. And shout out to Bivol, man. He gutted it out and it was a great win.
Yeah. Great performance by him. Like I said, great display of boxing. Got to shout out the chat real quick. Shout out Von Polo.
Yes, sir.
Shout out Mario Bars for 20 in the house. And, of course, Andrew G. What's going on, Andrew G.? And a member, King 23. Shout you becoming a member here, yes, Pub Sports Radio. Yeah, I thought it was a great fight. I agree. I thought Bivol won the fight. Like you said, Beterbiev just looked frustrated, and then never really heard him. And that was the big difference between, I think, the first fight where what we talked about, Bivol thought he hurt Beterbiev, then he attacked him. Beterbiev then hurt Bivol, and I think that made Bivol hesitant. This fight, Bivol fought behind the jab, those combinations were killer. Probably from 7 to 12, or just outlanding them left and right. Beterbiev didn't really cut him off well, and I thought Bivol took it. Think there's going to be a third fight. Makes all sense in the world.
One thing real quick, I saw something that I hate seeing. I see it all the time in the UFC. Not all the time, but And I really thought about cashing out, but then I saw him, round three and round six. He had the double knee sleeves. I'm like,
Oh,
we're
for sure,
fucked.
dude. Yeah,
We're
yeah. Oh,
cooked. We're cooked. Because he didn't even have sleeves in the last fight at all.
yeah.
So I knew that was a bad look. I'm like, oh no. And I mean, he looked great mid fight, but you could tell like later in the fight he didn't have the same gear. So maybe those injuries and the age is just finally catching up. But Bivol, these guys are like top level though. That's the thing. Like it's not like he's finding somebody that's below him and he's
Right.
not looking that great. So, but Bivol's just really good.
Yeah, yeah. I thought it was a great fight, and uh, yeah, can't really say too much besides that. Bivol's very good. Berbiev's also a very good fighter, and then Dave Benavidez also is right up there too, kind of waiting in the wings. Hopefully, he gets his shot uh, eventually for another big time fight. I've said we'll go to undercard. I'm just kind of grouping all the fights together. The co-main, we got. I don't want to say we got screwed because we didn't, but Dubois. Maybe I caught what Dubois caught with getting sick. Daniel Dubois ends up not fighting. Joseph Parker takes on a late notice replacement, Martin Bacoli. Uh, Martin went in there 300 something pounds.
I caught this.
Looked like he rolled out of bed and took the fight. Obviously, he got paid because he took the
Oh yeah.
fight. And I was, I guess, it's always hindsight, correct? Parker was only like minus 200. I didn't know what his KO prop was.
Yeah,
I
one
didn't
eight.
even,
Yep.
yeah, I really didn't look too much at it, but he stops him in round two. Uh, and the way he went down, like, it was pretty funny the way
It
it
was.
went down. Yeah. So, good win for Parker. I hope they make the Dubois fight. I think that should happen still. But
Yeah.
what do you think about that one, Danny?
Yeah, same thing you said real quick. I actually bet the over.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man, I thought that would be like cuz I seen like the percentages everybody was on the under or whatever and I thought Parker can I thought that Bacoli was going to, in the first 4 or 5 rounds he was going to be super dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Parker was gonna kind of weather the storm and then take over. That's what I thought was gonna happen. But once I saw, and Billy and Joey T hit me up, and I told him, I'm like, bro, I saw the pictures and stuff. But Cody's gonna be at least 310 pounds, bro. This was like days before the weigh-in,
Yeah.
and then we saw the weigh-in. I'm like 315. Look, I saw the pictures and stuff. I'm like, oh man, this guy's running out of bed. Literally, he said it
Yeah.
in one of the interviews. He's like, oh, I didn't even start camp yet because he does have a fight. It was a win-win for him. He gets paid a couple $1 million, gets exposure. I mean, not the right exposure, but he's got a fight in May with Njagba, I think it is still. So he's gonna go into training camp pretty soon and then get that other fight in paycheck. So I mean, Parker. Once I saw Parker at weigh-ins, this was the heaviest he's ever been, bro. He looked in shape. I'm like, oh, he's
Yeah.
cooked. I don't know. It was like you said, minus 200, so I didn't want to bet it straight. So I'm like, man, I don't know how to bet this. So I like the over, but obviously that didn't hit.
Yeah. And it was a great performance with Parker. He definitely did the job and did what he needed to do. And I did see this.
I
This
saw
happened.
that shit, Barry.
Yeah, this happened
I
today.
was cracking up because he said, supposedly, Connor Ben said it was, the egg or whatever in his diet caused the test, the positive
Hmm.
test. So he's like, okay, then take these eggs.
Yeah.
That was funny. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean that's a big grudge match. April's that's gonna be a big fight. Uh, well, really wasn't a big fight. Thank God he got the stoppage. Shakur Stevenson
Oh,
stopped eighth round, ninth round.
it was ninth, and I called in and bet it. Billy knows it. I put it in the
Yeah.
DM.
So he stopped another late notice replacement, Josh Padley. Uh, we that news broke pretty much when we did the show last week that Schofield wasn't going to make the fight. They found a late notice replacement. Padley comes in. Shakur I don't know what's up with his hands. Shakur's hands
Bro,
are
I told you
like
this.
broken
He
basically
needs to eat some eggs and
24/7.
drink some milk. Cause man,
Yeah,
he said he's gonna look for help. I think he said he was talking about that was his other hand too, not the one he had surgery. So that was his
yeah,
good hand. And then I think he said he wanted to talk to Floyd Mayweather and a couple other guys to like help him or whatever. But like, you can't really do much with that. Imagine if he hits Gervonta Tanks Davis' big ass head.
oh yeah, no, yeah.
He's gonna shatter his arm, bro. Like,
Oh no, the whole I and I think he said he wanted that fight still.
yeah,
Or,
he said that.
yeah, and my whole thing is he's just going to run the whole fight, literally run in circles and just jab
I've
him.
been saying it. I mean, be careful what you ask for, bro. You keep.
Yeah,
I like Shakur. When it comes to boxing, he's a good boxer, good defensive. But he still has some holes. Like he could do the things he does defensively is good, some of them, but he can't do certain things with Davis because he goes back in a straight line. It's just that he's so quick. He'd be
yeah,
like that, but you cannot do that with Davis. But yeah, I mean, he was there. Everybody expected him to get a knockout, and he finally got it with the body shots. But I mean, against who, bro? Come on, man. Come on.
yeah. No, yeah. The guy he fought had offered no resistance at
Yeah,
all.
he had a big upset in the last fight, which I don't know how he won that fight still. But shout out to him. Stepped up. He made enough money to leave his job, he said, to become a boxer full time. So shout out to him.
Yeah, and just a good, finally a knockout for Shakur. So
I seen that too.
definitely.
Did you see that, Preston? They had everybody doing the grip challenge or whatever.
No.
All the fighters on that card, and Shakur was like the lowest one.
Yeah, things don't look good for him on a lot of fronts for Shakur. Yeah. Previous fight to that was he just said it. The Adamas fight for Shiraz. That fight went to a disputed draw. Kind of crazy scorecards all around. Shiraz retains his title. I believe he was the champion.
No, Adamas.
Okay, yeah, and Shiraz was just the favorite, or with the KO prop was juiced too. So, what do you think there, Danny? Rightful decision. Shiraz didn't really do much the whole fight.
So, I mean, he started off all right. Like he was boxing outside, you saw his skills boxing wise and things like that, but Adamas, what did I have for that fight? I forget. Oh, I had Shiraz 7-12 in that fight, and Adamas won that fight, bro. He was just way more active, controlling the ring, won the rounds, won the minutes. Like from besides round 1 and round 2, Shiraz went like on a drought from like 3 to like 8,
Yeah.
shutting up, not doing much. Supposedly he hurt his hand too. I don't know how. I didn't see a lot about that, but supposedly that's what happened. That's what I don't know. That's kind of what he said, but still, like he looked bad, and he started doing a little bit in the later rounds. But there's no way that was a draw, bro. Like Connor said, hit that like button, but make sure you don't hit it like Shakur. You know what I'm saying? You break your finger.
Yeah.
But Adamas won that fight, bro. But good thing is at least it was a draw, and he still has the belt, so maybe they'll make a rematch. But Shiraz, yeah. But yeah, see, broke his hand. I know he hurt his hand. I know it was broken or anything like that, but yeah, that's the story of this card, I guess.
Yeah. Kind of I mean, he's still a young guy.
Yeah, he's like what, 26?
Yeah, but he was definitely the. I don't know. I had a lot of hype to him too.
Yeah.
Like I was pretty.
Everybody
hyped
did,
for him.
yeah.
Yeah. So, kind of disappointing. I don't disagree with what Tyler said. A rematch. I think that makes a lot of sense, and I think he'll fight a lot smarter of a fight and get behind the jab more and just fight his fight. Keys of B says Shiraz was shook as soon as he fought someone could slip his jab, the weight bully.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Dobbins is a big dude too, but he already
yeah.
he mentioned in the interview before, like on the fight week, that he said he was gonna fight like 1 or 2 fights at this weight class and then move up. Shiraz.
No, he's gonna have to. Yeah, he's huge for the division. Next fight, I feel like I got robbed here a little bit because those body shots would have killed anyone.
Dude, he had him.
Virgil Ortiz, which I agree with the decision. I definitely thought he won the fight. Virgil Ortiz, I thought the commentary was pretty biased
Bro,
to
we're saying that in our
Matt.
Patreon and shit, and then on my Twitter, I'm like, they're biased as shit right now. Like, what's going on here?
Because it was early too. It was either round 1 or 2.
I know why. I mean, I'm not gonna. He's American. He's American Mexican. That's all I gotta say. It's UK people hate Mexican.
Oh yeah, no, Eddie Hearn. Yeah, they always would show Eddie Hearn in the crowd and stuff.
Because Mexicans and Americans on top of that, because they're not really. But Mexicans are known to go to UK and whoop their ass like all the time.
Yeah. Virgil Ortiz got the job done, wins a unanimous decision. I think it was 115, 113 by everyone, somewhere around there.
I think one of them had 116, I think.
Yeah, but I agreed with the decision. I thought he was definitely doing the busier work, the better work, better offense. Like I said, Madrimov, I think, was there to get hit, and he got hit. Just the way he fights, too, with his hands are always low. So Ortiz took advantage of it. It just looked bad a little bit because Ortiz was getting, not like lumped up, but you could see.
He has issue. He's had that like all week, like weight cuts. Like all this was red already. So I don't know, but I haven't seen him like that. So I don't know what was going on. But he's got those cheekbones or whatever, kind of like Gotti back in the day or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's the worst I've seen him like that though.
Dave, what do you think of the fight, the performance?
My guy, dude, like I couldn't believe the line. I'm like, that was my most confident bet last week, and that was my max bet because I'm like, Madrimov is all off his high horse because he, I like saying participation trophy because he fought Crawford, even though he did all right. It's just he's got that herky jerky style, like I was saying, and I knew in the beginning it was gonna cause some problems. No disrespect though, but that's like amateur. Like that's amateur work. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just points, moving around, points. I'm getting out the way. That's not the pros. And I'm like, you're finding a guy that can box, that's gonna pressure you all 12 rounds, crazy body work, crazy hooks, crazy offense. Period. And you're giving him at even odds, pretty much. Like pick him. He looked great. I knew. Like I said, he had trouble in the beginning because Madrimov was not running but moving a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was saying that in our chat in the Patreon, I'm like, I'm gonna take live. I think round 7 to 12. I think it was like plus 600 or something, plus 650, like live.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, he's gonna break him down. That movement's gonna slow down for sure after like 5 rounds. He's not doing this and that's exactly what happened. And then the body shots, and he got lucky a couple times because of the ref and the mouth guard and little breaks here and there. I'm like, no, come on. don't give him time. So Ortiz, man, he went in there and had a great performance. It's just gonna be some big fights for him. I can't wait, bro.
Yeah, I love the way he fights.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Great performance by him. Agreed with the decision.
Fundora, they're talking about Fundora, bro. Oh my god. Style-wise, I'm just saying that fight is going to be lit. I got Ortiz all day. I'm just saying, like, that fight is going to be a banger.
Yeah, we got to see how Fundora looks in 3 weeks or 4 weeks when he fights Booker, I believe it is, coming up. So, next fight, this is a guy you can break down every fight. Big Bang Zang loses again because he has gas to go 2 miles and he's done. Agate, Kabel stops in round.
Talking about body shots.
Yeah, round 6. After he gets dropped, I don't know how the guy does it. Zang does this every fight. He drops the guy every fight.
Yeah.
And then he just can't keep it up. Like literally, his energy is like dead. So good performance here. Anything surprise you in this fight, Danny?
Yeah, it went exactly how I thought.
Yeah.
Well, kind of. I thought there was, I know our favorite word, value, on the decision prop with Agate, but those body shots, bro, he's gonna be a problem. He is a problem. Like the body shots, he's got a great gas tank.
Yeah.
Good chin. Like this guy's gonna be an issue for a lot of guys in the heavyweight division. Zang was tired in the second round, bro.
Yeah, no, this is every fight for him now.
Yeah, but what's crazy was at the weigh-ins, he was like 12 pounds lighter than the last fight, and he looked in shape. That's why I like the decision too. I'm like, man, Zan looks in shape this fight. So I thought he could be, go way over 6 rounds, but I seen it. But it's different when you're getting hit to the body, though. That's the thing. Nobody's hit him like that. Agate had the perfect game plan, and yes, body and killed him, bro.
Yeah,
made him quit pretty much.
Yeah, no, that was a good performance. I don't feel like I've gotten Zhang like wrong a lot. I just get surprised that he wins these fights, with the knockouts.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good performance by Agate. Well done. And now, arguably, fight of the night, you could say, was the first fight. Callum Smith wins a decision against Joshua Buatsi. I agreed with the decision here. I thought Smith did the better work. I was shocked the other guy stood up for the full 12 rounds because he was getting hit hard with some heavy shots, especially late in the fight, round 10, 11, 12. I just think the output was, or the steam on the punches, I guess, was gone by round 10, 11, 12. Because if he had the full power through the 12 rounds, I do think Smith would have knocked him out. I think their energy, which no disrespect, because I'd be dead too in there, the way they were fighting, took some steam off the punches. So Buatsi made it to the decision. I agreed with the decision. I thought Smith won the fight, and he looked good doing it. Dane, what do you think about this one?
Great fight. Like you said, the first fight too, besides those other 2 fights, in the beginning, but this was like, I put a tweet out. I'm like, because my son literally walks in right before this fight starts, and he's chilling with me in the bed, and I'm like, you picked the perfect fight, bro. So he's sitting there watching it with me, whatever. But it was a banger, bro. And that was my underdog of the week. Like I didn't get the line. I like Smith a lot. Like he's lost to the top guys. Buatsi I like a lot too. But at the same time, I've seen the holes. Like in his last fight against Hutchinson, getting hurt multiple times, the same way he did in this fight. Which you said, I don't know how he took those shots, and I was pissed because I had another like plus 650 on the knockout a little bit. But what a war, man, and it was just too much volume. Perfect game plan for Smith, like to mix it up. Even though he's got the length and he's tall, like I said last week, he's got the inside game. Like his body shots, I love his liver shot, which that's what it was. Yeah. You could see the Buatsi's face, like looking like he was gonna throw up or something. But he's tough as hell, man. He caught Smith a couple times with some counters, like kind of desperately, like he was getting hurt, like Smith was going pointing on him, and then he caught him with a nice like right hand counter, hurt Smith. He went back to the ropes, and it was just like it was a great fight, great way to start the card too.
Yeah, I thought it was a fantastic fight, fantastic card overall, and cheap, and hopefully we get, and I think we will get more of these fight cards in the future with Turkey making the big fights because that's what he wants to do. So go from one pay-per-view fight, of course, to another pay-per-view fight. Subject of this week's main event action and our main event podcast here is going to be Gervonta Tank Davis taking on Lamont Roach. Current odds at FanDuel have Tank Davis minus 2,000, Roach plus 1040. Round prop is 8.5, juice to the under minus 130. Tank KO minus 470, Roach KO plus 1,500. Tank by decision plus 460. Roach by decision plus 2,100. Danny, do you think Lamont Roach can pull off what I would believe would be quite the upset here, or does Tank keep on doing the thing?
If you, I don't know, Andrew, because that was like what, like at 12, I think it was 11:45. I would have fell asleep. Still, I was still kind of tired.
Oh, for
even though,
sure.
even though I worked that morning. I had my coffee and stuff, so probably I was so hyped. Anyways, I probably would watch that too. But yeah, Tank, man, if you've been following me for a while, like this guy's been one of my best like money makers. Like I've been on Tank for a long time, and we all know. I'm not gonna talk much about Tank because everybody knows. Southpaw, crazy hands, big power with his left hand. People that don't know what the hell they watching, this guy's IQ is ridiculous. He sets up people so bad, and he tells you your weakness even before the fight, man. Like he does it every fight, and just people just ignore it. Like they don't want to give him credit. His angles, man. The angle that he hit Frank Martin with, oh my god, dude. He was setting him up that whole like first 4 rounds. He knew that overhand right was gonna land eventually, and then an uppercut through the middle. And then how he switched, like Jesse Bam Rodriguez does that.
Yeah.
His angles are crazy, man. And here, though, there's a lot of history. Roach and him fought in the amateurs twice. Tank won both of those fights. They sparred together a couple times. They've pretty much grew up, like, not, as friends or anything, but I'm saying the boxing community, they've seen each other fight for years. Like Roach's dad watched Tank Davis forever, so they're familiar with each other, and that's gonna help Roach a lot here. I had Roach in his last fight against Hector Garcia as a nice little underdog. Can you believe that fight was minus 115 to go the distance? That was my biggest bet, and then I had Roach plus 450 decision, which was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he fought. Hector Garcia fought Tank too, and pretty much lost his eyesight. That's how hard Tank hit him with.
Yeah.
And Roach, he had a good performance against Garcia. Slow pace, picked him apart slowly but surely. Hurt him and knocked him down in 11th, I think it was. It wasn't the back of the head, though. But they counted as a knockdown. And he won, I think it was unan decision in that fight as a nice little underdog. But he's got a really good defense. Roach has a lot of good tools he could use in this fight. The thing with me that I don't like is that he's not super active. So this fight's gonna start slow. In my opinion, this is gonna be a slow ass fight. Roach is really good at making you fight his pace. Believe it or not, this Roach is gonna be the most that I can think of from what I'm seeing or the last fights I saw. Tank hasn't fought somebody like Roach in a long time that has the defensive skills like Roach. Roach always has his hands up. Holding the phone, pairs his shots, moves his head a lot. Not like Ryan Garcia, not like Frank Martin, not like Rolly Romero. So it's going to be, for me, it's going to take a lot of time. This is Southpaw against Orthodox. And usually when Tank fights Orthodox, there's a lot of hand fighting. Lead hand, looking for the jab, looking for setups. When he fights a Southpaw, he opens up way more. So yeah, this is gonna be a chess match, and I like the over, believe it or not. I know in the Tank fight it's gonna be sweaty.
Yeah.
I was asking Preston to see which one I could give out because there's literally every book basically has something different. Most of it is 8.5.
Yeah.
If you have Bet 365, they have alternate lines. 8.5 is at plus 100 to go over, but the 7.5 is minus 138, which I love. And I'm willing to pay the juice. I don't give a shit. But BetMGM also has round 9 or later. So basically, the fight has to complete 8 rounds. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's at minus 110. So I like both of those. I think it goes over. It's gonna take time for Tank to find the kill shot. I think it could be. I actually think it's gonna be the lead hand, the right hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one thing I noticed when he fought with Garcia. Even though he has really good defensive skills, he does kind of lunge in a little bit when he throws his offensive hooks and things like that. So he got caught a couple times with Garcia. He didn't get hurt, but you can see it was with the lead hand and the left hand.
Yeah.
But I could see a combination of both. Tank hits him with the lead hand and finishes it off with the nasty left. I'm calling like round 10. Round 10. I think it's round 10, bro. I'm calling that shit now. I'm gonna sprinkle it. I like the over. Yeah, it's gonna be a chess match until Roach just drops. I won't be shocked if this goes to decision. I ain't gonna lie. And that's a nice little price. It's like plus 350 or something like that. But I just think if Tank doesn't hurt his hand or something stupid like that, I think he finishes the fight like round 10.
Yeah, no, I mean, you can get FanDuel, you can get plus 460 for a decision right now.
Oh, damn. Is that high?
Yeah.
I didn't check FanDuel. That was the last one.
But
the other ones have it like, see, these bookies have all different types of numbers on this fight.
But yeah, no, I actually, watching the Garcia Roach fight, I actually do think Tank's going to knock him out with a right hook.
Yeah.
Roach caught him, or not Roach,
Garcia.
Garcia caught Roach twice with it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't think he really got hurt, but I do think if Tank lands that shot, he's
Right.
going to get very hurt. And I think that's going to happen. I kind of see what you were saying. I think this fight's going to start a lot of Tank kind of just pawing the jab to the body, them just staring at each other a bit. Not much happening. Roach trying to win the rounds. I think there'll be close rounds. Tank will probably get the benefit of the doubt, win the rounds, and eventually just going to catch him. Once he catches him, he's going to drop him. I think he's going to drop him with the right hook. 9 to 12s plus 175.
Yeah, I've seen it like. See, I've seen that's on FanDuel.
Yeah,
because I've seen like 220, 230.
Yeah, or 10 to 12s plus 300. So that's a little better. But 7 to 12, I wouldn't bet that. That's
no. See, that's my. I love that bet, but like minus 110, like or even odds, like. And plus the fight I think is gonna go like longer, so I'd rather just go with the over and bet 9 to 12.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna sprinkle around 10.
Yeah, no, I think he's gonna catch him with that. I really do. That right hook is gonna knock him out. Yeah, I'd probably do, I guess, 10 to 12 plus 300. Now, because Tank, he's only had 2 decisions, I think.
Yeah, I think it was just Pitbull. Who else am I forgetting? I think that's it. Maybe it was one earlier in his career.
Yeah, because Pitbull Cruz.
But he hurt his hand that fight, remember?
Yeah,
so he had
and then
boxing and.
Yeah, there's one earlier against some no name in 2014.
Yeah, I was gonna say something, I forgot.
But that's and we've seen it where as he finished Barrios late, he finished Gamboa late. So he's known to do that, especially if Roach is defensively sound as he should be, because obviously he's going to want to survive. He doesn't want to get knocked out ASAP. So, I like that. I'm going to probably give out, Tank 10 to 12. That's what I like for this fight. That being said, guys, if you need the book, look link in description below. FanDuel. Sign for the membership, $10 a month. Hit the like button. Quick thoughts for Undercard. I'll let Danny take this because if you can't tell, I haven't been feeling the best, so I didn't really look too much.
Yeah, smash that like button for my boy Preston because he's been feeling like shit. He's still on the stream, We gotta get through this. So honestly, I still got work to do with the Undercard. A lot of good fights. You got Russell versus Venezuela. You got Puello versus Martin.
Yeah,
those I gotta really sit down and concentrate
because it's not this card, but Subriel Matias
is fighting. He's back. Yeah, he's a minus 375 too. Not too bad. I gotta dig into his opponent too. So, I'll do that a little bit later in the week. And I'll probably have right now for this fight though. I really like the over on this fight. So. Hopefully you don't jump up before I get it.
Yeah, no, I think you'll be pretty good with that. Okay, that being said, if we have any boxing news, the only thing I saw is Tim Tszyu is back taking on Joey Spencer in April. That was the big thing. And I'm sure you saw it. I thought Rolly Romero had some of the funniest comments after the the Shakur versus Tank, or they asked him about that fight, and
I didn't see that.
so he goes,
I gotta go check that out.
okay, so I'll read a quote. His thoughts on here's his thoughts on Shakur Stevenson and how he fights. Shakur's goal is not to hurt you; it is to touch you. He likes to touch men. He just likes to touch men over and over and over again.
Right.
Boxing is intimate for him. There's no hurt in his heart. He doesn't like to hurt men. He just likes to touch them. And I died when he said that.
Oh my god, miss that shit. I gotta hear that.
Yeah. So
Bet your house. Remember that?
Yeah.
Bet your house.
Everything about Rolly. Hilarious.
He's funny, I ain't gonna lie. He's
Yeah.
funny.
Hilarious. So that's his thoughts on what would happen if Shakur fought Tank Davis. So I thought that was hilarious. Nothing really else. Obviously, Egggate, which we talked about earlier with Connor Benn and Chris Eubank. That was the big note. So we can move right on to best bet. Danny, I'll let you take the floor, and we'll get on out of here.
If you got Bet 365, I like the alternate line over 7.5 minus 138. I'm gonna go with that. I know a lot of people can't get Bet 365, but if anything, Bet MGM has round 9 or later, which you only need 8 rounds to complete, which is still better than 8.5. So
Yeah.
that's at minus 110. So I'd rather take those two than the 8.5. So that's my best bet, the over in this fight. Round 9 to 12, and sprinkle round 10, baby. Night.
Yeah, I like. I'm gonna give out 10 to 12 plus 300. I just think he's not gonna not get a KO, and Roach will survive enough. And maybe it could be accumulation, but I really think it could be the one shot. I really think that right hook's gonna land. It's gonna put him out.
Look at
Tank
Preston
Davis.
with the 3-round group. Best bet, let's go.
Yeah.
I like it.
And I think that's how he'll get it done and get the KO. And he said he has a special announcement afterwards. So who knows if there's already a fight potentially
Who
signed.
knows? He might
or-
retire. Like he was just saying.
I mean, that would be horrible. But
He's gonna come back, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's just gonna be like, you know, when like rappers go to jail and they come out more popular. It's the same shit.
yeah. So that being said, guys could drop a like down below. Comment down below your thoughts on these fights. What you thought about the weekend, the fights that happened last week, the big time pay-per-view. Tune in later tonight, 11 p.m. Eastern, Locker Room Talk Podcast. Interesting UFC card. I don't know if it's the best card. The last week's fights didn't seem to like they would be the best. They turned out to be very fun fights. So you want to tune to that. Live stream later this week. Pubapalooza going on March 20th to 23rd. I just want to see everyone here at Pub Sports Radio. Go down to San Antonio for that. And Danny, closing thoughts, and we'll get on out of here.
Nope. Just smash that like button. Leave a comment with your predictions for this card, the other fights, or this fight, obviously. And yeah, I love Barrios. I would take the 7.5 though, just in case.
Right.
But yeah, I like that plus 350. That's nice. And then if you could also just sprinkle a little bit of decision just in case too. But yeah, we'll be back next Tuesday at 7:30 Eastern. UFC Saturday. Danny bets with 2 Z's, all social platforms. My Patreon for all my boxing bets, and let's get this money.
Yep. Like Danny said, tune in UFC stream later this week. UFC Live's Locker Room Talk podcast tonight. Hit the like button. See you guys next week. Recap these fights. Break down the fights that happen next week. This was Main Event Talkin Hands. See you guys.